I'm moving into this marriage because I have the right qualities of marriage. Yeah.
Okay, you've got the right qualities of marriage. So meaning there's a bit of service from what you're saying, because I carry the qualities are for someone else to benefit from those things.
Of course.
Sanid Manani, good morning. I don't know if it's good afternoon. Welcome back to Green Pastures Coaching here online, here on YouTube. My name is Tsogofatso Apani. I'm a relationship and marriage coach, and I help couples tell a different story of love. It comes from you, by the way. The aim is to create successful marriages. The aim is for us to get to 50 years of marriage. The aim is for us, the purpose of Green Pastures Coaching, importantly, is so that we can create dignified, respectful, and stable, secure, protective marriages. Of course, that's what we want. There's a saying if you listen to a lot of individuals who've been married before and got divorced, and they will tell you, we don't get married to get divorced. So I am not sitting alone. I'm sitting with Fede Mpechi.
Hi everybody. This is Mr. Tab.
Of course.
Fede. Yeah, Mrs. Tab.
Of course.
My daughter.
Thank you so much for joining in, and this is officially episode 1 of our premarital case. So based on the different, the beauty of going to business seminars, guys, and learning about your business endeavor and understanding your journey in business, is that you will always change certain strategies of what you need to do and how to go about it. So we are creating then that segment of this is episode 1 of premarital counseling, meaning this conversation is for individuals who are in stable relationships, who are planning to get married, for individuals who are in the premarital space, but this is also so much valuable for those who've been married for less than 3 years, and Baba who have never even asked themselves these questions. This is going to be very important questions or conversations that you can align yourself in as the journey of marital institution, that as far as it goes. So at the end of this conversation, one of the things that you should be able to do after this conversation is to write down what is the value that you are bringing into this marriage. Right? So if you are in a stable relationship, and the conversation is, we want to get married next year or the following year, you guys are making plans to get married and live happily ever after, live 50 years in marriage, right? This conversation is very important. Understand what is the value that you are bringing into this marriage. And I'll tell you why this is very important, right? So oftentimes, whenever we are doing marital coaching, right, relationship and marriage coaching, a lot of couples have the low self-esteem comes from not understanding why they are there. Their low self-esteem about themselves, about the marriage, and just having the doubt, am I even in the right marriage, or am I compatible to my partner? You do not even understand who you are in that particular marriage, right? So it's very important for you to understand what is this value that you are bringing, so that sometimes I'll make an example. This is something we were talking about a bit earlier, and we were talking about, if for example you're a man and your value as a man, you think and believe it is money, right? Your value is to provide monetary value into this particular marriage or relationship. When something happens and that monetary provision is now taken away, right? You then lose who you are as a man. You then lose yourself, because you believe you can no longer provide for your wife. You then question, what am I now in this marriage when I no longer able to provide money for their relationship, right?
Sure.
And therefore, the results that after that is now you are the one who ends up hitting your wife, narcissist behavior you are belittling your wife for all the things that he is done. Why? Is because of you are no longer able to provide money into the relationship. So if you're going to attach yourself and who you are, right, by just provision of that monetary value, when that thing is now taken away, you start feeling you are naked and you are no longer self.
Feel less of one.
Do you understand?
Myself, yeah.
And now because of that low self-esteem, then and your marriage, and now we have to tiptoe around because of hey, what this and you know,
it's not a bully.
You know, one example, it's not every man who does that, right? But it does hit a lot, especially for banna, like self-esteem yabona when they are no longer able to provide.
No,
but you know, so it's very important that when you are coming into this marriage, do not only attach yourself to things that can come in and out, like material things like chelete, koloi, the house, and all these other things. There must be something more meaningful. There must be a more meaningful purpose of why are you there. To provide does not mean it has to be just about chelete and stuff, but you can provide love, right? That's what women want. We want the provision of love.
Of course.
So are you able to provide love? Do you understand? So understand the different strengths, right? And understand the good things, the great things that you are doing in your relationship, right? So that you can build your value and importance from those things. Attach her to things that can come in and out. Do you understand? So at the end of the conversation, you must be able to assess yourself, what is this value that I am bringing into this marriage? So let's first, did you want to say something?
No. I just wanted to add something like, I love what you're talking about. Because of you always jump into marriage because of the glitz and glam, the way it looks like, and it's just that. But and continue with the journey of the marriage, not knowing why one is actually in the marriage, the challenge. I love this.
And to think before, during, and this after.
Jeez.
Right? There's the before we get married, Munatu, oh man.
The before,
that's okay, we are in love.
So like, I can't wait to do like offer. Okay, now the time is come,
Then good
some marriages are like that, but that's why we're here to get the pill.
I love that. So let's say you are in a stable relationship, right? And planning to get married, or you guys are in the premarital space or stages, or sometimes you could be married already, but you guys are going through a very rough time. First question that we have to always ask ourselves is, what actually is marriage? This institution that we are going into, how do we define it, right? And it must be more on a personal thing. For example, Mr. Tap, how does Mr. Tap define it? And how do I define this marital institution, right? And if we are able to both define it, let's create a unison definition for us. That was going to work for us, right? It may be, this is the definition we may create before premarital. It could change during the marriage. It could change 5 years down in the marriage. However, it's always important for us to communicate that. Do you understand? So maybe before then going into that space, how do you then define what marriage is? How can it's very important. Sometimes you are not aware the way so how would you define what marriage is?
Well, for me, I would love to believe what a marriage is oneness, right? It's getting a compatible companion. That's marriage. Getting a grip of my rib.
Yeah, the rib. Yeah, the rib. Yeah,
The rib, right? Oh, is it? Am I your rib or you're my rib? Which one is it? Which
I'm
is
the
which?
rib.
Okay, you're the rib.
Yeah.
Getting my rib, right? So my belonging becoming my oneness. That's the shortness of how I can explain marriage for Nna. You're very unique, uniquely one. Yeah, oneness.
So if then your definition of marriage means oneness,
Yeah.
right? So meaning in all the areas of your life, spiritually, mentally, you must create sort of that one goal and one vision,
Yeah,
right?
It's oneness.
So what happens when then the belief is, but we are two different individuals?
Right. It's something that we are definitely going to will be communicated. I think we would have understood one another from the beginning when we started, when we are still on the dating phase. I don't think it's okay to venture into marriage. So me marrying you means that there's everything, not something. There's everything that I want in a marriage or from a marriage. Then you'll be a perfect companion, because why? We are one. I've studied it, I've felt it, I have journeyed with you in a couple of years while we're still in the dating phase. So I understand you, but now I want you closer, I want you here with me, so that we can journey this 50 years together. Yeah.
Okay, so what happens about people who get married within 6 months? I can't use it in the dating phase, like hands in Maya, right? So there's those minor cases where people get married within 6 months. So do
some people do that? Yeah. There's a record people who met today, married tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never. I don't know. Maybe it worked for them. You know. Maybe I'm taking a bit some time to understand you as much as you're taking time to understand me.
Yeah.
Maybe they just met and then like we'll go through this understanding one another inside the marriage, and they do that as well. So I don't judge them at all.
So however, the aim is creating oneness.
It's oneness.
Okay, I love that. How do I define marriage? It's still a tough one, but my definition of a marriage is, we can call it like an institution, right?
Okay.
It's so for example, like we were saying, there's a vision of us being one, right? And for the vision of us being one, where God is the one who's the ruler of this institution, right? So for me, marriage is an institution where God is the one who rules and regulates, you know, everything. As people, you know, the way Bible is like, the man shall leave his mother and father. You met with his wife.
The woman shall
leave, man, and unite with his wife and become one. So it's the institution where us as individuals, as Mr. Tap and Tsiho, coming together and creating Mr. and Mrs. Tap, understand, and creating that oneness, like you were saying. So it's creating that one vision and allowing God to be the one who directs, like the way Mudima directs Hambupilawaka as an individual, but in this instance he has done bringing us together, as you know, and obviously then entails, and it's an institution, meaning in the journey, just like from one to the age of it was a journey of understanding myself. I didn't understand myself. It was about University of Life. Pupula is University of Life,
of course.
And marriage is that institution or that university of togetherness, creating that one vision. So, but it's exactly what you're saying. So I like the alignment. You know, so you understanding what marriage is. Why do you want to go into this institution?
It's because I have the qualities. of moving into a marriage. I do. I carry the qualities. Kamoka Jonah. For me to start where I am at the position that I am right now, I'm moving into this marriage because I have the right qualities of marriage. Yeah.
Okay, you've got the right qualities of marriage. So meaning there's a bit of service from what you're saying, because I carry the qualities are for someone else to benefit from those things. So, but personally for when why, there's always like that biggest intention for you for going into this particular thing. So what is your biggest intention of you wanting to come into this marital institution?
Okay.
Yeah.
Where I can be vulnerable, Liana, at all times. And being present at all times.
Okay.
That's why it's an.
Is that the only reason why you want to go into marriage?
Not only, I think
name it two at least that you feel are very important. Yeah.
And the other reason why right? And you would never build, according to me, by the way.
Okay.
Right? Where we are one, and then we can grow this tree of life or of love together.
I love that. Yeah. Okay, I love it. Why do you want to get married? I think besides the grooming part, I think it's a very natural development stage for most individuals, men and women, to want to get married. Part of it is what we see from other people. Then they create bana. Our perception of married people or married couples is there's that sense of stability, and the thing that we desire is that stability. So the thing that we would then desire, it's that stability. And seeing from the difference between one who is, when you are in the dating married space, there's a lot of restrictions that you are unable to do, as boyfriend. But I think the most important thing is, besides obviously because marriage is created by God and it is God's glory, but my belief is it creates that stability. There's a lot of respect and dignity that comes with Lona becoming one and doing things together, little baba baby.
And there's growth in it.
Yeah. And I love and I want that for myself. Do you understand? That growth, that stability. I'm not saying I'm not stable, but because of the natural development stage, I do not feel, and I don't believe that I would be in a stable relationship for dijara, and so no, but it's a desire that comes from God. It's a desire, and because it also looks beautiful and we love it, and so also being in the relationship and seeing how you are so compatible with your partner, like this body, image had this rib. And because this body, if it are into this rib, if it are into this body, man, why would we not want to create?
Tie it up and then.
Yeah, that's a man, where we say our vows till death do us apart, and so that we can live 50 years in marriage.
Of course.
So I think that's the main reason why the biggest intention is for us to continue to love each other, and
I love that.
So we've now had that conversation about what is marriage, why do you want to get married, and the I like what you're saying, Jorge. It's because you have qualities. What are these qualities? That's why I came on provoked. I didn't even think about it before we did the video. But I feel like you are provoking me. Jorge, what are these qualities that you think you have that makes you fit enough for this marriage?
For you.
Okay, I love that. Yeah.
How?
Yeah. No, true.
There's qualities.
Yeah. They're there to serve me.
Yeah. I don't have to share them with you.
No, yeah.
And that's not like a day with number 2, number 3, number 5. So, these qualities, right, are present right now, and I carry. I got peace.
Hey! Okay.
I'm a man with peace.
Yeah.
This man has peace.
Yeah.
So, in our marriage, it's one thing that you're always going to experience is peace. I'm a very peaceful guy. I don't want to be asked or whatever, but I know myself. I'm a very peaceful guy.
It's the value you are providing.
I provide peace.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to get peace.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
Very happy. And I present happiness in the journey. You know, I've got this word that I live by, saying living in the presence. You know, seize the moment. We live now. Seize the moment. So let's be happy. You know, let's be joyful in our journey of marriage. Let's be now. And although we're looking for tomorrow, for us to get to tomorrow, let's be happy now.
Today, yeah.
We cannot plan to be happy next week. What if next week never comes? Let's be happy now. Right? Let's be peaceful now, so that if I die now, I will die peaceful. We'll die peaceful. You understand? Exactly.
I've
got peace, I've got joy, and I've got love. Yeah, I got love for days. Although we have different explanations
of love,
each what is love, but my love is love, and these qualities I bring them to our marriage. That's my value proposition.
Yes, I love that.
So
I love that.
Keep it to yourself. Mrs. Chen. What are your value proposition? What are you bringing? What are you going to serve me with?
Yeah.
You know,
I think more than anything, respect.
Yeah.
I'm an individual. Can I listen to yes, but and I also do believe that that's what you've also experienced. You know, if we all, every time when you listen to any man and listen, this is not just about me having to provide you with those things. I have to be that. In order for you to see that, it's like I'm attracted to this thing, you know. So the respect.
No, are we take it because it's who you are?
Yes,
it's what you are,
and that's what's important. A visionary. I am a visionary. If only ideas for days.
Of course.
I am a visionary. I'm very ambitious. Literally, I can something else and I'm like, no, how about we do 1, 2, 3 for the growth? So meaning anything that has to do with vision and growth, it is what I'm coming with into this marriage, right?
Oh, wow.
And it is what you're going to experience in this marriage. What's about answer? Is a visionary, you know.
I love that. No, that's true. I love
that. But number 3, appreciation. You know, appreciation, showing thankfulness, you know, showing the world. I do obviously show the world to myself, but I also show the world to my partner as well, because this is my better, you know, but showing appreciation to saying this love that you provide. You know, there's this thing that people like to say, and it's said by and stuff, to saying, if you love a woman and you love the woman right, he will submit automatically.
True.
And I don't know if that is true, but for now, I'd like to believe that because I've experienced his love, like automatically I want to show that appreciation. Automatically, I don't even have to think about it. But the respect that I give, and I do sometimes submit. There's a difference between submitting and us having to communicate about this thing is not right. I do submit actually. So in terms of respect and submission, I do believe that I do respect him. I do submit to him. I submit to his authority. That doesn't mean I turn to people if do the wrong. No, it doesn't mean that.
We don't want that.
You know, and because of Mr. Tap is an individual who always brings peace. There's no way Mr. Tap ali come ali peace mood when auto pahama obam. Guys, you know. So I also have peace, so I think that attraction created something very peaceful, so this is the value that I'm providing. Obviously, I just you receive already. You can't say you receive. You already have it.
Okay, I haven't.
Yes, you know. So that is the value that I am providing into this relationship.
So sweet.
Yeah.
I love you too.
I love you. Okay. So like I did mention, so tell us on the comment section, comment below and let us know. Before of course. So let us know on the comment section, and what is the value that you are providing into this relationship.
And peaceful people are sort of
yes.
No, but this family.
Oh, okay. I can see. Anyways, so do comment below and let us know what is the value that you are providing into your relationship.
And it's always dope if it's realistic.
Don't let out talk about the expectations or but it's also important so that you can also understand who are you into this marriage, right? Understand who are you into this marriage. Mr. Tap calls me, I don't call myself that, but he calls me his Proverbs 31, meaning I provide you into that's written on Proverbs 31.
Proverbs 31.
Wow.
Because
you know, that's why he calls me, because he feels and believes tick, 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 tick.
You tick all the right boxes. No, you do. I'm not trying to fight. You tick all the right boxes.
So Proverbs 31.
Zone.
No, I love that. But like we mentioned, it's very important because, hey guys, based on challenges experienced by people in their marriages and the things that we see and the things that we hear, all right, it's important that you are able to know what are you bringing into the table, so that so that you don't feel yourself degraded because of the actions and now you start questioning yourself because of the actions of your partner. Right? It's very important that you understand what are you bringing, so that even if you decide, let me detach myself from this thing because it's no longer the way, right? Understand who you are, because of relationships can make ripple guys. The relationship can make people but do tell us what is your value proposition. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel.
Please.
Don't forget to like and comment and share with other couples and other individuals.
And
that's it from us. today, and I will see you. We will see
oh my
you.
daughter, us.
We will see you in our next video. Bye bye. Love you. Bye.
Bye.